My grandma died. She freaking died. I was a fucking rat at my grandma's house. Couple days before she died. You know, my grandma liked when you put that shit on, so I had to come step for my grandma. She liked when I dressed up. I can hear her now. When somebody died, it's a 360 deal. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's a 360 deal when somebody died.
Work, 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 work. You see me have you work, 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 work. You see me do me da 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 da.
What's up, y'all? It's Shara from the Werkin Code, and today I'm coming at y'all with a video, a vlog, letting you guys know where I've been, what's been going on in my life, all that right there. So, if you want to know where I've been, what's been going on, why I took my little hiatus from YouTube, do you already know? Stay tuned, give this video a like and a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and yeah, let's get into it. Okay, y'all. So, I have to report unfortunate news. Very, very, very unfortunate. Heavy, heavy, heavy news. My grandma died. She freaking died. So, as you all know, or some of you all may not know, I have been in Florida back and forth for the past couple of months, helping my mom out with caring for my grandmother. So, it has been a long, with about 10 G's, a long, tumultuous, emotionally, financially, physically, mentally draining past couple months. Ever since August. Literally, that blog that I have on my page, y'all, of my grandma, when we went to the Chinese food restaurant, the hibachi, and then we went to the graveyard to see my granddaddy grave and all that. Ever since that blog, y'all, in August, my grandma never left the house after that. She never left the house after that date. Maybe like 2 times more after that, she left the house to go to the doctor. But she really never left the house after we made that blog. So she had lung cancer. So that's what my grandma, her cause of death was. And so it just started to just deteriorate her body. You know, she was 90 years old. My grandma died on December 8th, and she would have been 91 on December 21st. And I wanted my girl to hang in there. I was like, Mom, you got to make it in 91. But I know that she was not doing well. She was suffering. I know she did not feel good. And, you know, I can kind of understand it. So I just have been dealing with that for the past couple weeks and months. Like, it's a difficult thing to go through. And the crazy thing about it is that life does not stop. I don't even think it's a crazy thing because, like, I'm sure y'all know that and understand that. But, like, when someone dies, life does not stop. Like, nothing stops. Life does not stop. Nothing stops. You know, this world keeps spinning. Bills still due. There's still expectations. You still have to bathe yourself and keep up with your hygiene and talk to the landlord and deal with your broke car and everything. Life still goes on. That's an unfortunate reality of death, is because, you know, grieving is a part that sometimes it can take away from these other instances in life that will require our attention, like, you know, day-to-day activities, a job, recreational things, social life, romance. Like, grieving takes away from those because it just requires so much energy and the mental and physical capacity that it just holds up in your life. Like, it literally just takes away from that. So it's when somebody dies, it's a 360 deal. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's a 360 deal when somebody dies. It's going to affect you in every way. If you really have a close relationship with that person. If you never experienced the death of someone close, you know, you may not know what to expect, or, you know, you may not be able to relate. But let me tell you, it's not for the weak, okay? Not for the weak. It ain't for the strong, honestly. No, nobody want to go through it. But it is a process. So I'm going to just give you a rundown of where I have been. So I have been there with my grandma and my mom. And literally, you know, it starts at 7 in the morning. My grandma always wake up early. She's an early riser. She gets up early. She says her prayers. She, you know, wash up, eat her breakfast, drink her coffee, you know, watch the news. That's how my grandma been all my life. Mind you, she 90. I only know her for 28 years. So sis been doing this since before I was born. Okay? So it starts at 7. You have to get her up. You know, around November time, she was mobile, but very minimally mobile. But she was mobile. She was able to walk to the bathroom with the walker, and you know, maybe go to the kitchen and sit at the dining room table, that kind of thing. By the end of November, that was over with. She wasn't able to do that. So, you know, you have to do everything for her. Completely bed bound. I don't know the proper medical terms for it, but y'all know what it means, bed bound. You know, that means we're bathing, clothing, dressing, all of that stuff in the we're doing all of that in the bed. So it will be me and my mom. For the most part, it will be my mom, but she gets, you know, really overwhelmed, and it was just a lot for her. It's a lot for anybody to do. So I would go, you know, down there to physically just be there as a support for my mom and my grandma. So that's how that had been going. It was very difficult to do. We didn't know what to do. Y'all, my back was broke. You hear me? Back was broke as hell. My back was broke back. Broke. I ain't know how to do the stuff like how CNAs be doing it. Shout out to the CNAs. Cause baby, I could never do it. You couldn't pay me enough. It's too much. The body fluids and the changing and the wiping, and you gotta be soft and gentle and compassionate, but you got to be strong, and it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. So that's mainly what, you know, I was dealing with. And by the time you help my grandma, you know, get her ready for the day, change, washed up, and, you know, dressed, and then you gonna want to sit down. You gonna want to just take a little 15-minute break for yourself. It's gonna be about 9 o'clock by the time you finish with her, because it's gonna be about 7:30 when you start. And it take a long time because, you know, she can't move that fast. So, you know, it takes a while to do things. It's gonna be about 9 o'clock. So you'll want to sit down, get you a little rest, and then it's going to be time for you to bathe yourself, eat your own breakfast, gather your thoughts for the morning. By this time, it's about 10:30, 11 o'clock. It's time for her to eat lunch, take some more medicine, do it all over again. So it was just a process, back to back to back to back. So you'll do something for her, then you need to do it for yourself, and then it was just a process. So it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. It took a girl, it took me down. It took me down. It was no way I was going to be able to vlog. I just couldn't do it. I was not going to be able to vlog. Like, y'all, I really was not going to be able to do it. Like, I wasn't going to make it. Honestly, truly, wasn't going to make it. So, I had been doing that with the caregiving. When y'all saw the video where my friends, the outsiders, mamas, they had came down at the Willie funeral, and we went there with my grandma. And so, we left. Well, they left before me. They left. I came back probably like November 10th. And then my grandma was just deteriorating more. So I came right back on November 25th, which is Thanksgiving Day. I came back, and from Thanksgiving Day, I've only been back here in Atlanta 2 weeks. Have I even been here 2 weeks? I've been back in Atlanta since January 10th, I think. I got back here, and I have been in Florida since November 25th. So that's a long time. So anyway, I have been down there, so a lot of different family members came in and saw my grandma and left. You know, people just passing by. A lot of other, you know, superficial stuff that I really don't want to get into or whatever. People being real fake and not stepping up to the plate as they should, how I feel they should do. But that's gonna be a whole other video. Like, so let's not even go there today. So I had ended up, y'all, it was a fucking rat at my grandma's house. Couple days before she died, and I ain't want to tell her, I ain't want to upset her because my grandma don't like no rats. So it was a rat in her house, y'all. I had started cleaning stuff up, cleaning out the house or whatever, because at this point my grandma was in hospice care. And if you don't know what hospice is, it's like end of life care for people who, you know, they know you're gonna die. They come out, they assess you, and they understand that you're about to die, and you pretty much are just given like pain management until you die. So usually it's 6 weeks or less when hospice gets involved. So I started moving stuff, you know, cleaning up, trying to pack up a little stuff, you know, move stuff around or whatever. Child, seen that rat? I had to go stay at my cousin's house. I went to stay at my cousin's house, and from there it was just me and her son, my little cousin Jay, and yeah. So we was just over there chilling, and I would go over and help my grandma in the morning and stuff. So the next morning, I think I only stayed at my cousin's house 2 nights. I think my second night, my phone, I put it on sleep mode and don't come off sleep mode till 10:15. My mama had me blowing up my phone. She called me and said my grandma died. And the crazy thing is, I had told my cousin, I said, I don't think she's gonna make it past Thursday. And I was on like Sunday. I had told my cousin that. So I don't think she's gonna make it past Thursday. Just because of her condition, she was so weak and frail. She wasn't eating, she wasn't getting water. None of these things were in place. So I was like, I don't think she's gonna make it. So that happened. My mom told my grandma died. Of course, we went over there to the house, and I don't know how y'all people do, but the black people that we related to, everybody come. There was so many cars up and down the whole street. Everybody come over there. My grandma died in her home, in her bed, well, in an hospice bed. So everybody was there. Just trying to console each other, comfort each other. I wasn't really shocked, and I felt like I just wasn't shocked. I kind of felt like I kind of knew it, and it sounds weird to say, but it felt like a sense of relief. It really felt like a sense of relief because my grandma was suffering. She was suffering. If y'all ever had to see somebody die, like literally slowly die, not like death period is traumatic. I'm not trying to minimize anybody's experience. However, I'm talking about slowly dying. Not, he got shot right in front of me, died, like, in a matter of minutes. I'm talking about over time. It's hard. It's very hard, especially when you're used to seeing somebody up here on this certain level and then they just slowly start to deteriorate. It's really hard to see. And my grandma was very, prideful of herself and the way she carried herself and her image and things. So to see it and just experience it firsthand, it's very hard to see her like that. But, I know it's part of the process, right? Like, we all gonna die. It's just the way we gonna do it. And so, like, that logic kind of, like, reels you back in. Like, you can't be unrealistic about it, sitting up here just hysterically sobbing. Like, no way you think she's gonna live forever. You're not gonna live forever. Your mama ain't gonna live forever. Like, let's just be real here. Like, people are gonna die. It's part of the process. And people, I feel like, are unrealistic about it a lot of times. But I was very realistic about it, and I think because I got to see the deterioration like firsthand, and I really understood where it was coming from, and I really understood my grandma's suffering and stuff. So just kind of like watching the whole process, it was a lot. We called the people, the funeral home, all that. They came, they got the body, all this kind of stuff. And then planning the funeral. My grandma had her funeral planned out, honey, had the obituary written, all this. So all these things happened, like it moved pretty swift. She died on a Thursday, so we had her funeral that following Saturday. And that's pretty much how it went. It was not really, it wasn't really too chaotic. It was really short. I didn't know that people could get up and like say stories or whatever. Like that was not made clear. It was a little part of the program that said like reflections, but it said family member, not members. And there was no memo that went out to the family to let you know that you can get up and say something. But my cousin got up and said something or whatever. So that was good. My cousin Tay and her twin sister Tara, they got up and they said something or whatever. I didn't say nothing. I was unclear about that, but that was just it. So my mom, she was not able to make it over to the cemetery. She just, started getting anxiety, and it was just a lot for her to handle. She's very much more emotional than like average people. So she just wasn't able to make it. She just had to go home. Or actually, she went to the repast early, I believe. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, my friends came. Don't play with us. Period. My friends came to the repast to support a real girl. They came to the funeral too. Don't play with them. And it was standing room only in my grandma's funeral. Period. And I was the best dressed for the occasion. Period. My grandma liked when you put that shit on, so I had to come step for my grandma. She liked when I dressed up. I can hear her now talking about me and my fat self. I can hear my grandma now. So I had to come, step in with my little black, with my little veil, giving Diana. Yeah, very much Princess Diana vibes. So that's pretty much how that ended up happening, y'all. It was just a lot to go through. Then after the funeral was over, the repast, everything went fine. I just was like, damn, like my mood, my energy was drained. That kind of stuff, when stuff is like really emotional, it drains me. I don't really feel like I'm an empath, but maybe I could be some form of empath, but I really don't feel like I am. But that kind of stuff drains me. It takes me down. I have to recoup my energy. I have to recoup my energy. I have to pick my energy back up. So that's what I've been doing, trying to build my energy back up. But that's why I've been, y'all. So I had, like I said, that took me down. I've been down bad. My car still broke. Anyway, so I ended up coming across some money, and I'm like, let me go to Houston and get my hair done to cheer me up, because that's something I've been wanting to do for years. I've been wanting one specific person to do my hair in Houston, so I ended up going to her to get my hair done, and it just really, it cheered me up. It made me feel better to do something, or, you know, have something to do, just something to look forward to instead of everything that had been going on with the drama and just so many changes and uprooting, and it's just so much going on, y'all. So much. Still right now to this day, it's still so much going on. Like, I just gotta find my root and get grounded again, get back, you know, in the groove. Like, I haven't been there personally. So yeah, so that's what's been going on with me, y'all. I got a lot more content coming up. You know, I'm gonna show y'all my stuff I went from Houston and bought, the stuff I bought to go to Houston, the clothes. I got some shoes, some perfume, some makeup. What else I got? I got some hair products. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. So, you know, I just did a little retail therapy to help your girl feel good. Caught up on a couple bills or whatever. But yeah, I'm trying to buy a house. So it's easier to buy a house when you're a W-2 employee. So I'm looking for a work from home job, doing recruiting. So if y'all know somebody, hit your girl up. I need at least $31 an hour or at least $85,000 a year for the job. It's not going to be my career for the rest of my life. Maybe 6 months to a year, I'm working just long enough for me to get a house. That's what I'm trying to do here. Okay, just get a house. I'm just keeping it real. So a temporary placement is fine with me. But y'all, that's just what I've been up to. So yes, my grandma died. I will 100,000% miss her. My grandma is my soulmate. That's my girl. That's my girl. That was my girl right there. Don't play with her and don't play with me about her. Cause about my grandma and my mama, anybody can get it. But I miss my grandma. I miss her dearly. I miss her dearly. I really do. But I just got on here to just let y'all know where I had been. 2022 was hard for me. It took me down in the ground, drug me around. For real. But you know what? I didn't let it overcome me. And for that, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself because I made it. I made it. I'm here. It's another year, another day. And right now, all I can do is focus on taking it day by day. Day by day, and that's what I'm doing. But yeah, so let me know, you know, if you got any ideas of content and stuff you want to see, any kind of videos you want me to do, anything you missed. That's just where I've been. Oh, and I got an update from my VSG about y'all. Got some good news. And don't play with a real girl. Okay, let me not do that face. That was ugly as fuck. Okay, that was still ugly. Whatever. Okay, so yeah, I got some good content coming up for y'all. You know, real good for to get back in my content bag. But a real girl had to take a break. But yeah, that's it. So if you haven't already, thumbs up this video, comment on my video, share with a friend, subscribe to my channel. And if you already subscribed, I love you and thank you so much. And I'll talk to y'all next time.
Work. You see me, have you work. You see me do me da.